What is up, guys? Taylor here. Today I have an unboxing slash setup video of the new Amazon Echo Show that just released today. The Echo Show retails for about $229.99. However, as of right now, you can purchase 2 Echo Shows and save $100 off. I purchased these 2 units. I have another one set up already. However, I purchased them at Best Buy. Best Buy is right now the only retailer that I believe that actually carries the Echo Show in stores. So if you didn't want to wait for Amazon to ship it or anything like that, you can go right to your Best Buy store and pick it up. All the Best Buy locations that are near me had them in stock. So the biggest thing with the Echo Show that's different between the Echo, the regular Echo, or the Echo Dot, or the Echo Tap or anything, is the video communications. This Echo Show has a 7-inch touchscreen, and basically the biggest push for it is video calling. So you can go, the best thing that I can describe it as, if you get one and your grandparents get one, you know, grandparents, they're not always up on all the tech. They don't know how to use all the technology that we know how to use. So basically the easiest thing is you can say, Echo, call my grandparents. And their device will start ringing. You just say, Alexa, answer. It automatically communicates and puts you guys together, and you can start video communicating back and forth. There's also a few other features on here, such as drop-in. It's a very controversial thing going on right now, is because with drop-in, you don't need to give it permission to answer that call. You basically just say, Alexa, drop in on the family room Echo, and your family room Echo will make a bing, and all of a sudden you can start seeing what that Echo sees through the camera, and you can start hearing what's going on without anyone having to answer it or anything like that, which is kind of scary if you ask me, because that means if you're not decent, you're just got out of the shower and someone did technically drop in, yeah, you're going to have accidents. However, there is precautions on it. First of all, drop-in is disabled by default on the Echo Show. And however, the drop-in through contacts is you have to grant specific contacts to be able to drop in on the Echo Show. So like, let's say if none of your contacts have the ability to drop in, they're not going to be able to drop in. The only people that will be able to drop in are the Echoes that are inside the house. So if I give my permission to, let's say, my mother that lives in another house, then she can view it at any time. But however, if none of my contacts have any permissions to be able to do a drop-in, they can't drop in and be able to do that feature. The other feature is you can also now do intercom feature. This works with all the Echo devices, the Echo, the Echo Dot, the first and second gen, the regular tall Echo, is you can do intercom. So you can say, Alexa, drop in on the master bedroom. And you can, even though like if this is an Echo Show, you can still drop in on a regular Echo and do an intercom feature. It goes back and forth. You can talk back and forth, which I think is great. However, if you do an Echo Show to an Echo Show, it automatically defaults to video conversation. So it knows which device it's talking to and everything like that, which is pretty cool. Another thing is for the screen, if you ask it for weather, it can actually show you the weather on the screen. Or recipes, it can actually read out the recipes to you and everything. If you have Amazon Video, you can watch video on there. I'm sure Netflix and everything will be on there. The biggest thing that I got this for is my Ring doorbell. Supposedly, and I still need to play with it, as soon as someone goes and rings the doorbell, the Ring or the Echo Show will actually pull up on the screen, and I can answer it and talk to whoever is at my front door and see them on my Echo Show, instead of having to. I lose my phone all the time at the house. I'm constantly having to call it, so I never have the phone with me. So this will be a huge lifesaver, honestly. So I just look at the Echo Show, see who's at the door, if it's worth me having to go and get to the door and everything, because I never know where my phone's at in the house. So basically, this is the Echo Show. The box is pretty decent size, and it comes with the Amazon, the easy straps, I guess you can call it, are the pull tabs. So you just pull the tabs. Let me show you the box first. So the box has all the supported companies as of right now and everything. So such as Ring, Uber. Apparently Uber, from what I understand, is you can view on the map where your Uber car is at. so you can actually see if they're coming around the corner or not. Same goes for the hue. You can control your hue lights. If you have the Arlos, I do have Arlos, you can pull up the Arlo cameras right from your Echo Show now, which is pretty cool. Wemo, the same thing. I don't know how all the other ones work. Then you just have the front, and on the side it just basically tells you Alexa voice service, Bluetooth. Let me get this in. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and Dolby. And on the back you just have a few things that it can tell you and everything like that. So let's get this box open. I know this is what everyone's been waiting for. So you pull the two pull tabs here. Alright, and there's one on the bottom. No, there's not one on the bottom. So you go and pull this box off, and it's a box inside of a box. And then you have another pull tab at the bottom. Let's get this in focus. Alright, there we go. So you pull this pull tab, and then now you have the Amazon Echo Show. So the Echo Show, it's a pretty decent sized device. It's a 7-inch tablet. Maybe I would probably say about 6 inches or so, maybe 9 inches wide. And it does have that, it's an angular shape. So when you set it down, the screen does tilt back a little bit. And on the back and bottom, there's nothing real special to that. Everything else inside the box is going to be your power adapter and just some information. Useless information, honestly. So basically, just set this to the side. Alright. Alright, so I went ahead, I skipped the part where to unwrap it and everything. So now you have the Echo Show. You have the 7-inch screen. It is a glossy screen. I mean, you can see the reflection. You see me. It does have a protective cover for the speaker grill. So we'll go peel this off. On the top, you have your volume up. You have your volume up, volume down, and your mute button. Note, guys, that as of right now, the mute button, if you press that, it mutes both the microphones and the camera. You cannot do either or. I know I did watch one reviewer that said that you can actually change it in the settings where you can just turn the camera off and still use the voice. No, I contacted Amazon. They said as of right now, the mute function cancels out both the microphone and the camera. So guys, keep that in mind. All right. And on the back, there's a little hole right there. That is where you will actually plug in your device. Alright, and once you plug it in, it does take a little bit to boot up. Now there is a day one firmware update. On my other Echo Show, it took about 10 minutes to update. It downloaded it instantly. It probably took maybe 10 seconds to download the update, but it took about 10 minutes or so to update everything, and it had to reinitialize everything and rebuild the software. So I'll go and I'll skip through a lot of that.
Hello,
but I'll show you
your Echo device is ready for setup.
Show you a lot of that. So basically here it's going to go through all the Wi-Fi features, and the real cool thing is I'll show you guys here in a second. So we'll go ahead and connect to my Wi-Fi. Now if you guys look, let me see if I can zoom in on it, at the keyboard. The keyboard is pretty weird, and I thought it was weird at first about why the keyboard was set up like that. And the coolest thing about the keyboard is it's made for you to wrap your hands around the device and actually type with your thumbs. So as your hands wrap around it, you can actually type. So it's almost like you're grabbing or strangling the Echo Show. So let me go and skip this, and I'll bring you guys right back. Alright, so now it's just connecting. Alright, so now you will actually go and register with your Amazon account through the actual unit itself. All right, so after you log in, you're greeted with a screen that says welcome, and it says your name on there, and you agree to all the terms and service and everything like that. Now it's showing where I'm at, North America. I live in the Eastern time zone. So I guess it goes off your Amazon account so it knows where you're at. So you hit continue. Just the Alexa information, the terms of service that you're going to be agreeing to and everything. So now it's going to check for the software update. This is where it's going to take, it takes about 10 or so minutes. Of course, I won't have you guys skip to that. I'll skip that for you. It's just going to say checking for the latest software. It's going to come back. So it actually says, this one actually says 10 minutes. My other device didn't give me this. It just said device updates ready. So you hit install now, and it goes to the installing screen, and she'll talk to you.
Your device will restart twice.
Now, the one thing I will say about that I love about this Echo Show is the sound. I have all the Echoes. Basically, I have the tall tower one. I have the Echo Dots, the first and second gen, and this one, I have to say, sounds the greatest. I could definitely see myself using this to play back music and everything. Maybe not on par as a good like Sonos system or anything, but definitely for just regular playback music and stuff. This is great. It's very, very loud, very clear sound, crystal clear sound, so I can definitely recommend this for a speaker if someone just is looking for a speaker. So I'm going to go ahead and skip this, and I'll bring you guys back as soon as the update's done. Alright guys, so it just finished installing the update. It took maybe about 5 minutes. Now it's at the optimizing screen. This is the part that I found that took the longest. Right now it's actually doing pretty good, but towards the end it will just sit there that's when it probably took the good 8 minutes or so at the optimizing screen. It does seem like it freezes, so don't panic and unplug it thinking it's frozen or anything. It probably sat at the very, very end for me, probably for 5 minutes straight, just doing whatever it's doing, probably rebuilding the file structure and everything like that. So yeah, just don't panic or anything. So I'll bring you guys back as soon as it finishes. Alright guys, so the update just finished. So now it forces you to watch this video, this introduction video that I'll go ahead and play for anyone that hasn't seen it yet. So let me zoom in on it for you.
Introducing Amazon Echo Show. It's everything you love about Alexa, but now she can show you things. Play movies from Amazon Video, view your photos, or see what's on your calendar and to-do lists. And now there's a new way to be together. Make hands-free video calls to friends and family, like this. Alexa, call Tina. You can also message or call someone on their supported Echo device or the Alexa app on their phone. Ready for some music? Echo Show fills the room with bold stereo sound. Alexa, show today's most popular songs.
Here are popular songs.
Alexa, play number 2. And with Amazon Music, you can follow along to the lyrics of your favorite songs. Alexa helps you take control of your busy life. Alexa, show me sushi restaurants.
Here are a few nearby popular ones.
You can watch movie trailers or even watch your favorite shows and movies from Amazon Video. Alexa, play the Grand Tour. Alexa is always getting smarter. To get a list of things to try, just ask, Alexa, what can I say? And when you want to go back to the home screen, say, Alexa, go home. Enjoy your new Echo Show from Amazon.
Alright, so that's the short little video. Then it goes and gives you this little, for Music Unlimited, you get a 30-day trial. However, keep in mind when you read the fine print, the 30-day trial, and it's $3.99 after that, the $3.99 is only for this device itself. So if you have 2 Echo Shows like I do, it's going to be $3.99 for this unit and $3.99 for that unit. It won't cover your whole Echo Show family. So I'm just going to deny that because I have my own music that I use. So this brings you back to your home screen. remember, even
Your
though
Echo Show is ready.
Okay, I'll let it talk. Even though this does have a touchscreen on there, it's not really meant to be used as a touchscreen. Everything's meant to be used as a voice gesture. However, you can access a few settings by bringing it down. You have your home button, settings, do not disturb, and brightness settings. Do not disturb, I believe, brings will dim the screen. Let me go. It dims the screen and just gives you like the weather, I guess, the basic weather. This is for like if you have it near your bed or anything like myself, the screen won't distract you or wake you up. However, I have read other reviewers that have said for some reason, even though it isn't do not disturb, the screen will just kick itself on and wake them up. I have not been able to test that. However, that I will let you guys know in my full review video if I discovered anything like that. And you just touch it and it'll wake it back up. So basically it'll just give you your time, weather, temperature, and it constantly cycles through different things you can ask it and everything. Basically, I guess it learns the questions you ask it and everything. Someone actually called it a billboard, basically just displaying different things. I guess that's kind of true. So let's go into the settings and see what the settings it offers. So your first setting is Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, home screen. Let's tap home screen. So I guess you can change the background. So Alexa photo app, your Prime photos. Oh, sorry, I triggered her. Alright, then display. So you could set a theme, light dark theme, dark background, or photo. Let's go back. Yeah, touchscreen's not extremely responsive, so keep that in mind. Like I said, it is a touchscreen, but Amazon doesn't want you to use this purely as a touchscreen. They want this to be mainly for the voice activation. Ambient clock displays a clock when your device is inactive. Your brightness, adaptive brightness. However, the adaptive brightness, there is a setting on here that it actually uses the camera, and when it detects that someone comes into the room, it will actually display the screen. So that's kind of scary because that means the camera is constantly on and working. So kind of scary if you think about it. Sounds, so you could do media volume, your alarm timer sounds. You could change the different type of alarm, the notifications, request. I believe I do like this and the request. This lets you know when you say Alexa, it makes that noise. Alexa, cancel. I do like that, so I know if she hears me or not. Do not disturb device options. Alright, so this is just basically telling me just basic information. Then you have the restrict access, so you can restrict the YouTube, movie trailers and stuff. So if you have kids that you don't want them to view certain things, you can actually restrict their access to it. And you guys can see how many times I'm having to push that to go back. Things to try. So it just tells you, gives you examples of what you can tell, ask her and everything. You guys hear me trying to specifically not say that word so I don't activate her. Accessibility, let's see what they have in that. So you have the voice screen reader, screen magnifier, color inversion, color correction, hearing, closed captioning, messaging without speech correct, okay? And then go home. At any time, wherever you're at, if you're in the settings, just say, Alexa, go home. Alexa, go home. And it brings you back to the home screen. The backgrounds do change all the time, every time you come back. So basically, that's the gist of how I understand everything. Like I said, this is the first time I'm playing with it on the camera with you guys. Now, one thing I did, while this was updating, I was playing with my other Echo Show. And the one thing I did learn is I did activate, like I mentioned previously, that I bought this mainly for my Ring doorbell, so I can see who's at the door and everything like that. So here's the cool thing that I learned. Alexa, show me who's at my front door.
Okay, getting the front door camera.
So it goes and pulls up the Ring. And there's my Ring doorbell. That's my Ring Pro. Let me see if I can. And that's my actual doorbell itself. And I can actually hear what my Ring is hearing. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, I think they should be able to hear me. So if someone's at the door, they should be able to hear me talking and everything. But yeah, that's a crystal clear image. That's the better image than I even get on my phone. And then I can just say, Alexa, go home. I guess she didn't want to listen to me. Alexa, go home. Alexa, hang up.
There is no active call.
Well, how do I get back? Alexa, go home. I guess I have to manually do it. Okay, so obviously that could be a bug, or I just don't understand, but I had to manually actually tell it to go back, which is kind of a bummer, I guess, because of, especially Amazon says they want you to mainly use this as a voice-activated device. I have to get up and hit the back button to go home. So maybe that's just a bug. Another game that I do play is the Jeopardy. So Alexa, play Jeopardy. She's not listening to me. Alexa, play Jeopardy.
This is
So the Jeopardy game is played across all the Echo devices.
Say start to play the first clue.
Go home. However, with Echo Show, you can actually view the game and you can view the questions that it asks you and everything like that, which is pretty cool. So guys, this is just a quick setup slash review slash using the device for the first time. I hope you guys liked it. I hope this answered a lot of your questions that you guys may have had with the device. If you guys have any questions, please feel free. Please ask me. I'll try to comment back and reply to everyone that asks any questions. I will have a video coming out probably next week with a full review of this device after using it for a full week, finding any bugs or anything that I have found, if I find any. But again, I just wanted to get this quickly out because I haven't found any real videos of an unboxing and what's in the box and setting everything up. So guys, I hope you like it. If you liked it, please hit that like button. If you didn't like it, go ahead and dislike it. Let me know why you disliked it. And if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, help me out. I do plan to push more videos out as time comes. So again, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.